Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We have got Deimos playing as the Force Commander over here in blue. A very vibrant blue. I like this. I like the blue. He's going to be allied with No, who's playing as the Hive Tyrant, against Mickey, the Commando Knob. Always a fun-loving guy is our Commando Knob, Mickey. And we've got Pax on his Chaos Lord, who he so loves. Always a Chaos Lord. Not quite so fun. Not quite so fun. So, going for double termagants here. No, just wondering. Is double termagants as bad in 1v1 as it is in 2v2? I don't think it's as bad in 1v1 as people make out. I really don't. God, everyone's so hyperbolic in the meta these days. If you aren't aware, in the meta now, people tend to be running double sluggers instead of double shooters. So one shooter, double slugger openings, and likewise one termagant and double homers. See, back in my day, people had a lot of success just running triple homers. But things just rotate around a lot. For most of the time, the standard build was to go double termers. And that's what Piano, or No, is going to be going with today. We'll see how it does. Kind of needed with all the garrisons in this map. I mean, you can see here, garrisons all over the place. Garrisons all over the place. Might be a bit tricky, actually, to deal with the Commando Knob with his very powerful twin-linked custom shooter. Hive Tyrant found himself isolated. He did manage to cap the VP. Probably why these sluggers haven't taken that much damage. He's too busy capping, but he does get forced off, which is not really ideal. Terma's going to go down here and try and deal with this K-Knob. Can they get some shots off? Well, they get some. Not losing a model there thanks to their Synapse buff from the Hive Tyrant. Oh, Homers went deep. Did they get a gen? I'm not sure. They put a bit of damage on this one. Probably not. Probably forced off by these AC ticks. But the advantage is that these Space Marines then of Deimos managed to get out and might have the chance to cap this point. We'll see. Battlecry going in. Not really going to do a whole lot though. As long as the Heretics are mobile. Oh, they stopped moving for a second there. It was going to be a big special. Not quite. Double tax on this map actually makes sense because you have very little power. For those of you who aren't familiar with Golgotha Depths, ooh, maybe losing the FC here. Nah, not quite, it'll be alright. Golgotha Depths is a little bit unique because you've only got one natural power per side, which is pretty weird. Remember in 2v2 you don't get the same power income as you do in 1v1. So on a normal map you'd have two farms. So what that means is, in essence, your builds really should be more requisition intensive on this map, and that's why going double tax on this map makes a lot of sense. This is interesting from Mickey. I've not seen this for a while. Double shooters into double looters. Please, you can't be going triple looters, Mickey. I know you're a fun dude with your K-Knob, but come on, you don't want triple looters. Now, that was an Overwatch mistake. He's cancelled that. Homer's still running down the sidelines. No opportunity to bash yet. Oh, here we go, the layered looters. Yeah, Homer got selected. Nope. Got to get out of there. Going to get suppressed and shut down pretty fast. Wonder what the response will be. Might be a good time to actually go for Bioplasma since he's got the ranged things. And he's really emphasising those ranged things with the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Quite a good map for the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood, I would say. Hiding behind shot blockers in these locations. Like up here, you can shoot over the elevation. I mean, people can shoot up there as well, but here, they can't shoot you from down here, but you can shoot over sort of thing. There's a lot of, you know, you hide behind these canisters. Yeah, good map for the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood, but it's only a soft counter to a setup team. But combine it with Bioplasma, you can hit the rear setup team with Bioplasma, or the frontal one. Hit the frontal one with the Bioplasma. And Barb Strangler then lurks around the side and hits it with Hormagaunts on a flank. I mean, it's going to require a bit of macro there from Piano, and that's why he's saying, can we put power mid? He's double lootering me on your side. Or your side. Oh no, he's saying he's double lootering him. Yeah, can we put power your side? I mean, this is what Deimos is doing. He dropped a gen down on this side. But it is tricky. You've got Combi Ball to Chaos Lord, which has a bit of range damage. We've got AC GL Heretics right now, so these have got decent range damage. You've got the grenade launchers, autoguns as well. So it's quite hard. It's quite tricky to hold these points when the enemies can just walk up and they're very close to the base. I mean, look, from here you can see the base, for God's sake. Barrage going to disrupt the attacks and stop the cap there. And we've got a bit of a flank coming in. Okay, this looter's going to be compromised by the Barb Strangler. Gets its first burst off, but then it's going to take forever to remove the cooldown. Not sure why he's rotating here. Oh, the sluggers. I was going to say I thought the Horms could deal with these shooters, but nope. Not with sluggers nearby. Sluggers will beat the Hormers 1v1. But there's now focus fire coming in from Termers and Synapse on the Hormagaunts from the Hive Tyrant, which will help. Can they kill that lead looter model in time? Yeah. Okay, they force off one of them. I think he can brute force his way through here with the Barb Strangler. Yeah, those shooter boys need to run into melee with this Barb Strangler. Need to run in and give it a good smack. Oh, they couldn't quite get their burst off. Oh, but it's alright. Hive Turret's now coming back out of base. Yeah, it'll be fine. So a little bit of bleed. Nothing too major, though. Look at the requisition for these players. Such a requisition-heavy map. Well, less so that, more just the fact that power is very lacking. So you end up, by default, with a lot more requisition then. Slows down the game in terms of tech. But we do see that Pax is already tier 2. Pax, I mean, going for a really, really light tier 1 here. I mean, kind of surprising he didn't get another CSM squad. Where has he been building? Okay, he built a gen here and a node. Did Pax build that? He did, yeah. So he spent a lot of rec building gens and nodes. That's what he's been doing. And this is why Mickey has been facilitating and going for a load more units. I mean, quite a lot of requisition here as well as power. Weird Boy is now a choice for Mickey, so big tech lead here for the red team. Bloodletters coming out for Pax, he loves them, he always goes Bloodletters. Interesting to see no tier 1.5 from Deimos, probably recognising Pax going for a very light build. Probably doesn't think that if he goes tier 1.5 he'll be able to get a bash, and so probably not worth it. You would really want to get a bash on this map if you go for tier 1.5, because, especially if your opponent isn't, oh, you're going to fall behind on tech just tremendously. But conversely, remember, because this is a map with only one gen farm in a 2v2, if you do bash the one farm, it's absolutely devastating for the opponents. It's often where you see them fighting over these contested powers and trying to build them on them. I think the red team did have a gen down here for quite some time before Piano managed to destroy it, so that might be a partial explanation for their lead. I'm not sure if the attack from Mickey got many of these gens. Oh, that's a nice let the galaxy burn there on the gens. Gonna take one of them out, do some damage over time to that other gen. What's he gonna do? Gonna continue gen bashing. Vomit coming in, forcing them off. Have we used the high explosive shells? Nope, there it is. Nice damage there onto the Termers. That's obviously why he's got that piece of kit. Slugger's doing very well for default, I feel. I feel like these really could do with some upgrades. Now the Weird Boy can be used to control this Barb Strangler. Keep knocking it over. No, it doesn't want to be targeting the Hormers. Yeah, that was silly. Didn't micro it, gonna get forced off there. Not watching his Sluggers either. Okay, does move them in time. Rotating around with that K-Nob. Oh yeah, nice bait into the Hormers. Oh, they leap onto the looters there, but yeah, with Sluggers still in play, they gotta get out. Gets the decap and then gets out of there, I suppose. Deimos has been forced off from the south. He's going to be getting a Razorback. Good synergy with your double tacks, ferrying them around, and then they can get out and unload their bolters. Don't think the FC is going to get into range there. Nope. Oh my god, such high damage from the Death Gun at close range. Very scary. And that was an FC with Artificer armor. If he didn't have Artificer, he'd have been dead. Tyrant Guard coming out for Piano. No other upgrades yet. Oh, Endless Swarm. Yeah, makes sense. You got to go for the Endless Swarm when you turn against, to be honest. You do. They're both floating wreck tremendously. Melee Commandos called down by the global bar of the Commando Knob. That is something he can get in tier 2 now, which is cool. No retreat grenades. Oh, there is a retreat grenade. Wow, it seemed like that was late, but not really. It was okay. Didn't kill any Bloodletters though, which is a shame. And then Plague Marines to counter the Razorback. Thunderhammer. the Force Commander to control the Bloodletters. So we see how this is playing out right now. Makes sense so far. What's going on over here? We've still got this ranged build from the Orcs. It's really annoying me that the Weird Boy isn't in cover. He only has to move like a foot forward. But yeah, this Tyrant Guard's a bit of a problem. Being super heavy infantry and unsuppressible, he doesn't really care about all this Orc stuff. Shooters won't do anything to him. He's mobile, so the Weird Boy doesn't do a huge amount of damage, and of course he can just sort of walk into looters. They will hurt him at close range, but not much. Wow, very lucky for the Razorback over here, getting out with 4 HP, which is absurd. Must have got caught by the Plague Marines there. There's no other real AV, but Plague Marines into Bloodletters could be the end of it. Even though Bloodletters are only power melee on rear armor, they will do a decent amount of damage. And then we get Stern Guard. Interesting. Okay. Full range build here from Deimos. Yeah, a lot of bolters going out, but we've got some Inferno bolters here from the Chaos Space Marines. So probably want to pick up some plasma guns. Well, probably just one plasma gun to try and counter that. But we'll see. Only one source of AV is not that reliable against a Razorback. I mean, I am aware it went to 4 HP before, mind you. We didn't kill it. And it's going to come back and stay in play. Mickey is now tier 3. He only invested in the... Oh no, he did get the Commandos as well, didn't he? Yeah, he got Commandos plus the Weird Boy. So that was actually quite an investment. I'm surprised Mickey is already tier 3. But Pax can go tier 3, and he really should be. Wow, the red team are so far ahead in terms of eco. Why? I don't even get it. Bloodletters, Plague Marines, Razorback, Stern Guard. That shouldn't be that different, right? But Deimos have just got no eco. I don't understand how the red team have got so much more power. But I guess Piano recognises it. So he's gone double Tyrant Guard to put the pressure on, right? And he's built 3 gens on this side. I'm not sure that the red team are aware that they're ahead in tech yet. So they might not destroy those gens, but ideally they should. Ooh, looks like Chaos a little bit compromised here. Kind of caught out of position. Lot of focus fire to go onto the Bloodletters when they're not under worship. Yeah, they got a phase out of there. Loot was in the back line though, going to control the Force Commander once again, and a bit of focus fire from the shooters. Force Commander might die. What's he doing? Wow, lucky. Suppress those shooters just in time there. But the vehicles will force them off. Are they actually gem bashing? Yeah, they are. Okay, good. That's smart by Mickey. Must be aware he's ahead in tech. I wonder what the plan is. Don't know why Pax isn't going tier 3. Maybe he's saving up for a Dreadnought, but he's got so much power at this point, I won't bother. Be a very late Dreadnought. So we got mini Hive Tyrant. Mini Tyrant Guard Hive Tyrant. 108 DPS heavy melee with his Crushing Claws, which is actually quite a bit more than a Tyrant Guard. It is in fact the highest DPS of any weapon in the game. And then he gets plus 300 max HP, this nice regen, and the ability to go invulnerable for 9 seconds with the Bonded Exoskeleton, which is very, very strong. Very, very strong. Termagant's getting bullied a fair bit by the Commando Knob. It's kind of his job right now, hunt them down with his shotgun. But he needs to be careful. I think if he retreats right now, yeah, he might just retreat through the melee, and he does. Whoops! Big mistake. Oh, that'll be a satisfying kill there for the Hive Tyrant. Termagant's not too bad though. I know they lost 6 models on each, but remember they got Endless Swarm. So they're actually only paying for 6 models in total there, which isn't too bad for Termas. It's not ideal, you feed XP to the opponent as well. But Slugger's still level 1, Weird Boy level 1, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Bloodletter's out of worship there, losing a model very quickly to the Hive Tyrant. And a bit of a pincer attack right now. Tyranids on the north, Space Marines coming from the south. Pax is finding himself in a tricky spot. Plague Marines are not going to be able to continue shooting because the FC is just going to tie them up. So you're kind of chilling. Yeah, you just sit there and prepare your Razorback. Probably want to punch these Bloodletters a bit. Yeah, it's not going to bother. Guess another model anyway. Nice play here though. getting those commandos around the back, decapping. That's what they should be doing pretty much constantly now. And yeah, this little trio of monsters is basically unstoppable right now. Yeah, they definitely do not want to fight that with one slugger. You need like 3 fully upgraded melee units with a warpath. So this is a bit futile. Oh, Weird Boy couldn't go down? Yeah. That is another kill from the Hive Turret. Just a cheeky little poke there at the end. And that is the end of that Weird Boy. Quite sloppy there, Mickey. I don't really know why he took that engagement so close to his base. It didn't seem very necessary to me. Oh man, this is going to be bad. Mickey just needs to Alt-X out of this engagement, retreat everything. There is a looted tank though. I did not see that building. So that can actually counter the Razorback. But in terms of bleed, yeah, this range damage is insane. Are both attacks here? No, just single attack and a Stern Guard with a Razorback and double Termagants is a lot of range damage for Orcs to be incurring. Needs to micro that looted tank though. Getting chopped up by Crushing Claws at close range. Looted tank mostly an anti-infantry vehicle. I mean, it is anti-all, but the key trait about it is that its shots are slower than other tanks, but they do more damage, but more importantly, they do more splash. So they're really good against infantry because of that splash. If he shoots the Termagants and they're blobbed up, you'll notice, but the downside is that his actual DPS against things like Tyrant Guard, not great compared to other tanks, but, you know, give him enough time, he'll whittle it down. Obviously, a Tyrant Guard cannot catch a tank as long as the tank is microed correctly to drive away. So it's a good choice from Mickey. We'll see what Piano goes for to try and counter it. Of course, he can get the Venom Cannon on the Hive Tyrant, but probably just going to stall with the Crushing Claws and the Bonded Exoskeleton whilst he waits to get a Carnifex. Pax did go tier 3 in the end. Deimos is tier 3 as well. Deimos probably wanting to save up for a Land Raider Redeemer at the moment. The LRR is phenomenal in team games. So, double Bloodletters here from a Blood Sacrifice from Pax. Under Worship, going to be causing some problems here. Brute forcing their way through a Piano's melee units to just push that tank away to try and save this Tyrant Guard. But yeah, invulnerability is worn off on the Hive Tyrant. Very lucky special attack there, but Hive Tyrant needs to be very careful. Going to die to the Bloodletters, I think. Yeah, staying in for a very long time. Trying to tie up these Plague Marines, and he actually forces them off. Rhino got taken down. Ah, we got the missile launcher, the rocket launcher, as he calls it, on the K-Nob. That is such a powerful AV weapon. Truly terrifying AV weapon. So the Razor falls. Great and clean one en route for Pax. And a Predator tank for Deimos, not the Land Raider Redeemer. I guess felt like it would take too long. 161 VPs for the blue team. Fair bit left still. We've got a lot of VPs to make up though. As you just heard the announcer say, 300 VPs for the red team still. Not sure what these attacks are doing exactly. Just going over to cap, I suppose. They caught down here, took the natural, took the wreck. They're on capping duties. Shocked to not see one plasma gun, but I guess the main threat really it was the Bloodletters. The CSM obviously are gone now, so you don't need the plasma gun, but it will be useful against the Guo. Just an auto cannon on the Predator yet, not seeing a Guo. Might not even get the las cannon on it. Would make the DPS a lot better against the Great and Clean one, but then you're less effective against everything else. So decent let the Galaxy burn. Unfortunately, he didn't see the Brood Nest in the back. If he let the Galaxy burn die, it should one-shot it. Should be very helpful. So everything can just reinforce off of this right now, which is not ideal. 4x Swarm on the Warriors, which is making the tank have to back off. Doesn't want to get hit by an electroshock grub. Not when all this heavy melee is loitering around the place. There you go, nice damage. Orc melee re-engaging, but there is a flank on the looted tank right now by a Predator. Looks like, can the Sluggers get him? Oh, messing around. They didn't get the shank. And the Predator is scared off the Sluggers. Do we have a beamy en route? Nope, no beamies. Really, this looter back in the base should be swapping to a beamie. Okay, vengeance rounds as well. Attempting to block the looted tank with a capillary tower, and it worked marginally. Will that buy enough time for the Predator to finish it? Gaining line of sight with his Marines, and that is indeed enough for the Predator to take out that looted tank. Very well played with a flank there from Deimos. But that has opened up the opportunity for a Great Unclean One to slide his way along into the centre of the map, and Pax has now took the contested. VPs are actually becoming a bit more normalised. Foul snare there onto the Force Commander, gonna probably just force him off and then back away. Not a tremendous amount of damage coming in against the Guo right now. Oh god, that's a big vomit into a Rocks. That's a nice Rocks. No reaction there on the Predator from Deimos. I guess he just felt like he was going to lose it anyway. Oh, and then a stomp on retreat as well. Oh god, that's a wipe tactical Marine. That's a Stern Guard wipe as well. Oh wow, and scouts go down too. Beautiful combo there. Beautifully done. I don't know what Deimos was looking at with the Predator. I think he could have still moved it. I'm not sure if it would have survived, but yeah, beautifully comboed the vomit into the Rocks. And then he's on retreat path with a stomp. Yikes. That's a lot of losses for Deimos. It's going to replace the Predator, but that is, as you can see, all of his power gone. Still got his capping level 2 tactical Marines on the side. They're going to win that fight. Yeah, they'll win that fight against the shooters and can go for the natural VP if nothing's defending it. So that's something Red Team might want to keep in mind now. They should probably have something defending their natural VP while they push deep like this. It was going to be a Venom Carnifex, but since the looted tank went down, he's opted instead for the Formback Carnifex. So he's now running around with 4 heavy melee bruisers. Rippers spawned by said Formback Carnifex. Quite a brawl here, Bloodletters are really hurting this TG, which needs to go into shield wall. They're forcing off the heretics to get rid of that worship spot so they can actually kill the damn Bloodletters. Yeah, they want to back off. Need to try and deal with the Hive Tyrant right now, which is tying up the Plague Marines. There's another Tyrant Guard, what the hell? Oh, I thought he'd already gone. Nope, he's still in play. Plague Marine needs to shoot the Carnifex. Poor Plague Marines, they're just not getting the opportunity at all to attack. Constantly getting tied up, but you know, that's a 2v1 at that point. Predator coming over as well. The Guo can't take everything on his own. He's not really very good against TGs. Melee is not great against, well, heavy melee is not great against Tyrant Guards. You want power melee really. Oh, Commander Nob gonna get taken out again by Carnifex. Trying to kill the Predator. Gets snagged. A looted tank again for Mickey. I really think he should be going for a battle wagon. He's had a lot of resources in tier 3. I don't know why he keeps going looted tanks. Right now, the melter cannon on the battle wagon would be great against these TGs, and just the mobility of it and the durability. You really get the looted tank for anti-infantry, and I don't think infantry is the threat right now. Not at all, to be honest. I think the Guo should probably just go back to the base. It'll heal way quicker. 10 HP a second to try and heal 3000 HP is going to take a very long time. I like the foul snare into the Force Commander. I think he was trying to wait out the stun there to be able to teleport away, but it didn't work. Too much damage coming in with a Chaos Predator backing up the Great Unclean One now. This flank from the Homers is not going to go down too well. Just going to stay in melee. Vomit onto the Termers. Nice damage. No backlash though. Surprisingly. Oh, and there's a missile hitting the Predator. Plague Marines should be shooting the Carnifex. What are they doing? Man, these things losing their range resist is going to be such a huge nerf. Look at how little damage it's taking from the Predator thanks to that range resist while it's in melee. But it's going to lose that next patch. Man, it's going to be so much weaker. Alright, looks like the K-Nob. Was that the K-Nob that managed to just snag the back of that Predator there? Looted tank still in play. Carnifex goes down to the Predator. Now the TGs are struggling to keep pace with the Corn Speed Worship boosted Great and Clean one. I think he got the electroshock grub, but there's not really any follow-up. TGs at the moment concerned about the center. VPs are getting very important right now. 46 VPs left for the red team. But they've still got the Guo, he just needs to heal at base. I think when he comes back out though, the forces have got so weakened that his durability is just going to be pretty hard to compete with. And right now the two TGs are still in play, but they're isolated in shield wall. I'm not sure that they're going to survive this here. Nothing to count the tanks. So the mass melee is quite threatening, but not that threatening, eh? Not against tanks. Neurothrope is it's an alright choice, I guess. I don't think I'd have bothered. Again, I don't really feel like... Well, okay, yeah, he's got it to kill the Great and Clean one, hasn't he? I forgot about that. I was going to say infantry aren't really a threat here. But the Guo was definitely a big threat. Kill that with the paroxysm of the Neurothrope. But unfortunately, at this point, the Guo is not the threat. It's all these dual tanks, really. They're the problem. Guo and the Pred should deal with that Tyrant Guard. That was the third Tyrant Guard. Just spamming him to try and stall out the remaining VPs, but I don't think it's going to work. Nah, it's not enough time. Then the red team already hold the VPs and they can't get it back. I think Deimos should have gone for the Land Raider Redeemer, not the Preds. Though the first Pred flank was pretty effective. I mean, it killed the looted tank. But I think the Land Raider Redeemer would have been better, and then Piano can just go for the Venom Carnifex to deal with the tanks instead of the Fawn back. He already had enough sort of melee walker power with the Hive Tyrant and the double Tyrant Guard. Yeah, he could have gone Venom Fex and then Neurothrope. Guo once again doing amazing. Great and Clean one of the best super units in the game. It's so funny. I see so many videos of Baneblades and Great and Clean ones and Land Raider Phobos on Injury's channel just doing absolutely abysmal because the enemy just walks them into free opponents solo and just gets wrecked instantly. But yeah, you obviously the smaller the game mode, the stronger super units are. If you actually can field them. Obviously it's very difficult to field a super unit in 1v1, but if you do, it's practically always GG. And then 2v2 is in the middle. In 3v3 it's not too hard to field them. But again, I really think honestly, Battle Wagon for Mickey, Land Raider Redeemer for Deimos would have been the players here. I think Mickey did an amazing early game. He was definitely dominating Piano until Piano got that dual Tyrant Guard, Hive Tyrant thing going on. And that looted tank came out and it sort of pushed them back, kind of. But then when he lost it to the flank from Deimos, Mickey sort of capitulated from there and didn't really contribute very much, and Pax really carried actually at that point. And that might be sort of talking about the macro of the strategy that they used here. Pax clearly in the early game not investing that much, but really getting a lot of gens for the team, and that allowed Mickey to go for a bigger tier 1, and then it's no surprise that the red team built most of the gens on this side of the map, away from Pax, because Pax only had Heretics and CSM, right? Whereas Mickey had the 5 units in tier 1, so it all adds up. Yeah, pretty cool to see. I like Golgotha depths. You get a lot of awesome big fights in the end game, and it's just weird. It's cool to see the weird builds that you get from having less power. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. That's going to be all from your boy Torpid this time. I am signing out.